Hey guys. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you Pizza Hut's where it's at? Mm. Mm mm mm. Mm mm mm. Mm. That's so good. I need a napkin. We got that Mountain Dew going. That's quite refreshing. Mm. 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 Mm mm mm. So good every time. Consistent, hot, fresh. Mm-hmm. Mm mm mm. It's so good. How good does that look? Even just looking at it, right? That's why anybody's like Domino's. I'm like, no, Pizza Hut. Mm. It doesn't like flop around. It holds together. Cheese ain't sliding off. It's not a greasy mess. Bottom is crisp. And look, like, although it's soft here, it's crisp on the end. You hear it? That's what you want. You see how it comes shooting off? Man. No, it's Pizza Hut, man. It's Pizza Hut. It's so good. Hayes Island in the house. Oh man, I'm actually really glad I got some pizza. I'm gonna save a lot of this for later. I'm probably gonna get some energy to keep me going for the rest of the day. I'm probably gonna save a lot of this for later so I don't fill up so much while I'm working. You know what I mean? You don't want to fill up if you're like moving around a lot. Yeah, some folks can't eat it. I mean, I can understand that, but I love it. Now, if you want this, you want it to look like this, you're like, how do I order that from Pizza Hut? How do I get the thick crust and all that? There you go. Original pan. So when you order it, you want to build your own. You want to get an original pan crust. Let's try 'em. Classic marinara, a regular mozzarella cheese. So if you get that original pan, that's why, because they literally bake it. It's like a cake pan almost. It's like an iron. I think it's an iron cake pan that they actually bake it in. Hence why it's like bread. I like it. I think it's really good. And I think that's how pizza should be. You should try it. It's so good. That's their toppings. Like, just don't go crazy on the toppings. Get like one or two. I think that's what does it for people. They don't overload your pizza with toppings. You're just gonna destroy it. A pizza should stand for itself. You should be able to order a tomato pie, no cheese, and it should be good. Like the sauce and crust should be good. You're loading up with toppings and stuff like that, that's what makes it break down and fall apart and not cook evenly too. Yeah, you can make it with flatbread. I just like it like the thick. Isn't that technically Chicago style? The thick crust. New York style's the thin, right? Chicago style's thick crust, right? I think that's. I think. Around here, that's how they do it. They go New York style, Chicago style. I just say pan pizza because well, everything's pan, right? I mean, I guess if you're in a pizzeria, it's not because you're cooking right on the oven. Everything pizza, extra anchovies. Well, then you're not eating pizza. You're eating toppings. It's like the. This is my opinion, but like, Gordon would agree with me. Gordon Ramsay would agree with me. Like it's like when Guy Fieri goes to one of those dive places or a food truck, and the burger's this big, and he's trying to pretend like it's good, like he maybe it's good to him or whatever, but the thing's like falling apart. There's shit falling out of it. It's like you're not eating it. It's just falling apart all over the place. Like what's good about that? This is food. I can eat this. I can do this. And it holds, like, that's how I am. That's how I am with, like, I personally think if you're getting too much in there, there's just too much. It's too much, it's just too much. But that's just my opinion. Right, but don't go crazy. 1 or 2. Gordon Ramsay would agree with me. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, like, you don't ruin something by putting a million things on top of it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I said with the burger. Burger should stand for itself. Pizza should stand for itself. You want some toppings? I mean, that's great, but like, I would never understand the Supreme. Supreme is just, I'll never understand that. That's just my opinion, though. It's too much. And olives are disgusting, and they shouldn't go on pizza. Especially black olives. Yeah, I can't stand anchovies either. I worked for a Sicilian in a pizzeria, and he would sit there and eat anchovies out of the can. No lie, he would literally get them just to eat them. Nobody would ever order anchovies. Nobody orders anchovies anymore, like hardly anyone. He would sit back there, drink his Budweiser, and crack open his can of anchovies, and I'd just eat it. That's what he did. Oh, and he'd be smoking a cigarette because back before, we actually didn't used to be no smoking inside state. That was actually something that happened after the new millennium. Before the new millennium, you guys are all probably too young, maybe not some of you, but in the United States, before the new millennium, you could pretty much smoke inside almost anywhere. And then all the states sort of started agreeing that this is the issue. People sitting in diners and stuff like that, in smoke-filled rooms that would never otherwise be exposed to secondhand smoke, one time get like a really bad lung infection or something like that, just because they sat in a restaurant filled with people smoking. So it really was a problem, and I'm glad that they made it illegal. But yeah, it for sure that was what they used to do. They would sit there in the back kitchen and just have a cigarette. It was pretty common, actually, especially chefs and stuff, like cooks. I don't know about, I wouldn't say chef, a cook. It's very common for a cook to do that. A proper chef would never be smoking because it would mess up his palate. Yeah, pizza is really good. I'm gonna obviously save it for later, but you know. Mountain Dew is good, but like it's refreshing, but it's definitely not enough caffeine for me. I should have gone in the other one. Oh well. I can get a drink here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, and there's a right way to do toppings too. Just like I can't freaking stand it when I go to a place and they put sausage on a pizza, and then they actually just literally slice sausage. Like you got some problems, man. If you think that somebody wants to try to sit there and bite into a piece of sausage, hold the cheese on the pizza while they're doing it, and then tear it with their teeth and get grease all over their fingers. Like you clearly don't eat sausage pizza if you're doing that. Because sausage should be like diced up to the point that it's like, like crumbly, like you, it should be spread evenly, like not even little balls of sausage. I can't stand that crap. Dice it up, man. What's my favorite two toppings? Cheese and sauce. Darka-dar, darka-dee-da. Hey, I was just being honest. Those are my two favorite toppings. I don't typically get toppings on pizza, so I was just being honest. I really don't. Yeah, it's called tomato pie. They call it tomato pie. It has just sauce on it. Yep. It's good. I like it. If you do just sauce though, you wanna go a bit on the Parmesan cheese, a bit more. Parmesan cheese, oregano. You want to make sure you spice it up a little bit. Well, season it, I should say, season it. But yeah, the grated Parmesan will probably go on there. If you do the tomato pie, so you want to do the Parmesan at least. So that way you at least get something on there. That's what you do for tomato pie. Parmesan. Yeah. Yeah, Primo's a good brand, yeah, for sure. I think we went through Roma deliveries, and there was another one too. Roma's the one a lot of people use. Like wholesale delivery. To be honest though, we shouldn't have been doing that. We should have been getting fresh ingredients every day. Yeah, he would just order he wouldn't make it too far in advance. He kept it pretty fresh. But let's be honest, he would get gigantic cans of tomato paste. I mean, you have to, like it's tomato paste. So, I mean, that was canned, but, like, for the most part, he used pretty fresh stuff. He made his sauce by hand. Giant mixer. Made his dough by hand. He actually taught me how to do it, too. So, like, technically have his recipe in my head. It's not that hard. No, but I'm not gonna tell you the secret. He gave me the secret. So without that, it's just pizza. Doesn't have his little edge, you know. Oh, you're talking about the actual cheese itself called that. Well, it's called different things in different countries. Yeah, just like, if you're from Switzerland, it's not called Swiss cheese, right? It's actually called something else. I don't know. I like cheese. I like Gruyere and stuff like that. I mostly like cheddars. I don't like moldy cheeses. I don't like fermented cheeses. I don't like stuff like that. I can barely tolerate Parmesan. But I love mozzarella. I love like I said, sharp cheddar is actually what I prefer. I like sharp cheddar. It's got that kick. I like that sharp cheddar. I'm actually really not a fan of American cheese. I personally don't believe that American cheese tastes like really anything, because oftentimes it's not. Oftentimes it's literally a processed cheese product. It isn't actual milk and all kinds of stuff that's in there. It's really just a product. So I don't care for American cheese a whole lot, but I will eat it on sandwiches here and there. I like what's that one called? Gouda. I like Gouda. Aged Gouda. And Swiss is my favorite. Did I say that already? Swiss is my favorite. It's just, again, it's not called Swiss over there. I think it's actually just called something else, but we call it Swiss. edges and cutting very thinly sliced. Cheese will taste different depending on how it's cut. Did you know that? So if you get a sharp cheese or a flavorful cheese like Swiss, and you very, very thinly slice Swiss cheese, and you eat it like that, it will be a more, like, it'll taste sharper. Like, you'll notice the flavor more. Versus just like a hunk of it you're chewing on. It's actually really interesting. Discovered it by accident, but it's really fascinating. I just always used to eat Swiss cheese at a friend's house and just started really thinly slicing it the whole day. And just noticeably different. Just absolutely noticeably different. And it was very good. It was very good that way. So yeah, get yourself a wedge of Swiss. Those little slicer things that you pull toward you. You know, like, you guys know what I mean. Looks kind of like a something a pie plate, you know, like a pie thing, but it would be like shorter. You guys know what I mean. It has like a little slit in it for exactly for that, really. It would normally be used, you know, like carrots or something like that, where you're slicing the side of something, but you can use it for cheese to thinly slice it too. And boy, is that ever good.